Hello there, and welcome to the Land Rover Freelander 1 wing mirror replacement, or door mirror replacement rather. What sort of tends to happen to these mirrors, as you can see, is the back has actually come off of the mirror there, and this is basically caused by a car or some passing object or something like that knocking the mirror. The earlier type of mirrors as fitted to this vehicle do not have the folding capability that the later mirrors possess. Now, I've actually purchased off of eBay a later mirror, and this is the later mirror here. As you can see, it's got the folding ability, and we obviously have a couple of other bits on here as well. We've got some fitments, and we've got a couple of holes here that may need to be drilled. And we've got a fitment down here as well, and if we have a look at this, we've got a screw at the top here and a screw down the bottom. So what we're actually going to do is to see if we can actually fit this earlier mirror, this later mirror, into the position of this earlier mirror. First thing you need to do is, with the door open, is to remove this trim panel. On certain higher spec models you may have a tweeter in here. Now, looking at this, I have two connectors here which look like they are for a sort of additional speaker, a tweeter. So those two would obviously disconnect and allow you to remove the trim panel. As you can see from here, we've got a little sort of lug arrangement. The panel, as you can see from this bit here, literally slides off in a forward motion, so like that effectively. Now, what I'm going to do now is to undo this screw here and this screw down here, disconnect the wiring harness, bring the mirror inside, and then we can have a look to see what's involved with fitting the mirror back onto the car. As expected, there are quite a few differences between the new mirror and the old mirror. So here we have the new mirror. On the new mirror, basically, both of the screw fittings are here and here, with these two lugs basically where the screw fittings were on the previous mirror. So if I bring the previous mirror down here, actually you can see what happens to the back of them. Basically the cover gets knocked off because it's obviously got this design that doesn't allow it to be folded properly, and it ruins the mirror. But yeah, if you look at this, what we've got is we've got this weather seal here. We have the two screw holes here, and this adapter here would normally sit across here with the door frame obviously between the two, and then two bolts going into there, holding the mirror in place. What I'm going to try to do is to mount this like so. As you can see, I've already started filing down a notch in this, so I can basically put the screw into here. I'm going to use some clips to cut the webbing out of here, and then bore a small hole into here to allow me to reach this bottom point here, so that when I mount the mirror back onto the door, I can screw it into place solidly. Now, down the bottom here, we've got the other second bolt, which is currently stuck in there because the plastic mounting from the old mirror has basically sort of broken off. Now, the new mounting for the new mirror is actually a lot larger than the old one. So what I've actually done here is being a bit brutal and actually cut this off of the plastic here. What you can do, if you wanted, is you could drill a larger hole in the actual metalwork of the door. That, in all honesty, is the preferred approach, but because I don't exactly want to go hacking around with metalwork on my doors, and I don't mind breaking something that's a lot less costly than a door and a respray, I'm going for this approach. So we'll see how well it goes in a minute. Now, what I've done using a couple of files is to file into the mounting from the old mirror a couple of notches which will allow me to get the bolts through. The files I used was this little one here to just basically make a notch in top here, and once I'd sort of got underway with that one, I used this larger one to basically provide the circular notch that I'm after. When it's actually fitted onto the mirror, you've actually got quite a good amount of coverage on here. But what I'm going to do is to put in a couple of washers to effectively surround this and actually allow it to, just sort of seal on there a little bit better. So in a minute we're going to put the mirror into its hole, and we're going to see if it works. And there we have it, the finished article. What I'll be doing shortly, as this is just trial fitted at the moment, is replacing these bolts and putting a couple of oversized washers underneath just to spread the load on the plastic bit. Putting the cover back onto here, and I've also just put a bolt down here to go into the actual mirror itself to keep the bottom there. And as you can see, I now have a fold-in mirror. For the other side, which also needs doing, the procedure is pretty much a repeat of what we've done for the driver's side. And if I open up the window, we now have a mirror that can be folded. As you can see, the mounting itself is pretty strong. And thank you very much for watching. Any work that you do undertake yourself is obviously entirely at your own risk. This is one method, it's not the correct method. There are other methods available. Just to recount the tools that I've used for this. A rounded off file of, I don't know, about 3 or 4 millimeters in size. Standard Phillips screwdriver. A smaller square-edged file. A saw. An appropriate socket set with T30 connector. And thank you very much for watching.